All right, Dad, welcome in. Ryan Tringer for your Class A Pro. I'm recording. Good to have you, buddy. Looking forward to our work today. So first of all here, nice setup position. Yes, let's see. Arms are in the triangle position. Good job. The ball position's good. The foot position's good. The V's of the grip are good. Let's check your balance. Armpits to knees to the toes. Yeah, better there. So you're definitely looking better at your setup. And even your grip, if you look at the grip, the left-hand V looks like it's about right here. And the right-hand V looks like it's about right. The right hand's still actually a little bit weaker on the club. If you look at it just a little bit, you could still move your right hand under more. It looks like the V of the left hand is here. The right hand. The right hand V should be at the shoulder. So just again, the right hand just a little bit more underneath. But overall, this is a very good setup. Okay. Now today I'm going to do something a little different. Sometimes it's a good way to go. It tends to help people see what's going on better. So we're going to go over here. Just a moment. And I was hitting some shots here earlier, and so let me just show you side view first this time with me involved. So sometimes seeing it in the same center can be enlightening for my students, and so let's go like this. Put our lines up here, and there we go. Okay, so as we go back here, so you can see here as I take the club back, look where my club is versus your club right now. Where do you see my club? Out more, exactly. And this is a big thing. Like, I learned it over the years, but one video I found recently with this is pretty good. Is this one with McElroy?
And this is my favorite swing thought. For me, I think one of the biggest keys in my swing is making sure that the club stays in front of my body on the way back. So anytime, if I keep the club in front of me here,
see where the club is. And so look, if you look at he and I, see where the club is, how it's out in front of me, and see how yours is still behind you. So we still need more work on the plane. Listen what he says.
The rest of the swing a lot easier. Sometimes if the club gets behind me early, then it makes it more difficult, and the club has to travel a lot further to get back to the ball. So for me, what's really simple, I just try to keep the club in front of me, and then from there it works up on the right plane, and then it makes the downswing easier. So it's a very simple thought, but one that I think is really important for me, and probably important for a lot of people. I think once the club gets behind you early, it just becomes more of a struggle. So
there you go. So as soon as you put the club back there, you're making things more difficult. You with me? Because then look, as we go a little further, see how my plane is more up and yours is more around. So meaning like, see how the plane is like this versus you see how my plane is going like that, right? And so we still just need to work on that take back to go, as we say, straight back and up. Okay, very important. At this moment, though, look at this. Your head and your rear are in about the same position. And then as we get up here to the top of the swing, let's go up to the top. This is where you're definitely doing a lot better with your knee flex, your head position, your butt position. And at this point, your arms get a little bit higher, right? You can see, though, you are turning the club across the line, it's called. See how my club head is actually right where my hands are there, and yours is back there behind your head? That's because of taking it so flat. See, what happens is when you take the club too far behind you, it gets like this at the top. Instead, if you go straight back, it goes that way at the top. And so, again, the big thing here in the backswing is getting that takeaway still to be where we want it. Okay, now as we come down, let's take a look. So I bring it down here and shallow the club. Now this is where you're improving. Look at this. Look at the plane of your club. So you're shallowing the club. Now notice though, where's your rear right now?
forward.
Off the rear line. See how my butt's on that line still? Okay, very important. And then as we come down to the impact area, you can see here, same thing. My butt's back further, your butt's forward more. What's happening is your right leg is going forward instead of your left hip going back. And so it's like, if you look at me here, your right hip goes this way instead of your hip going that way. And so basically, we have to work on. So what we're going to do here is you're doing better on the inside out path, but we need to do better on the takeaway. So we need what's called straight back and up. And then we need the rear line. Okay, those are two big ones for us right away here that we're going to keep working on. I'm just going to put this picture in your pictures. Now let's just switch views here to the face-on view and see some of the differences maybe that we're getting over here in the face-on view. So here we are at the setup. We're going to draw our, as it is, our body lines here like this and like this and like this, and here. Okay. Now let's take a look here as we go back. So as we go back, look how you hinge very quickly with your wrist. Do you see how you're hinging your wrist quickly here? See how I'm not hinging my wrist yet? I'm just dragging it straight back, you see? And so, because when the club is parallel to the ground, you're supposed to have what's called width in your takeaway. So see how there's all this open space in here, right? And see how there's no space in there. You're not reaching the club out enough. You with me? So you need to go more what's called wider out that way in the backswing to get more takeaway width. Let's take a look here as you go back a little bit further now. Okay, now, and this is the part that you've gotten a lot better at with your hip and your head position, but you can see my head is still a little bit more in the center of that box or even to the left side of the box. Now, as we come down, let's take a look and see what happens here on the way down. Not bad with your elbow position here, you can see. And then let's see as we get to the impact area with the hand. So you can see my left arm and left hand are a little bit more supinated and stronger in a stronger position. Do you see that? So you're still getting a little scoopy with your hand. So we also need to do more practice on the left hand. So we got what's called a wider takeaway, and we need more left wrist supination. And then let me go like this. So then as you follow through, and as I follow through here, let's take a look and see. So you can see then that leads to your arms getting kind of jammed up on the way through here, where we still need to extend more out, okay, at the target.